and the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment.
Read on.
Now his excellency mount up to the heavens.
Right, what is your excellency? Your pride. Now your pride mount up to the heavens. You just like Antiochus Epiphanes. You just like Nebuchadnezzar. Y'all Edomites. Right? Read on.
And his head reach unto the clouds.
Read on.
Yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung.
You see that? You're going to perish forever. Right? Like your own dung. Read on.
They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Exactly. When you get humbled, when you get brought down, right? A time is going to come when you're not going to be existing. You understand that? A time is going to come when your rulership is going to come to an end and you're going in bondage and you won't be seen again after 1,000 years. Y'all don't consider these things, right? But we're here to bring it out to you. Matter of fact, give me Genesis 47. Genesis 47, because this is going to humble a lot of people. Genesis 47. Genesis 47. Start at, matter of fact, hold that. Give me Romans 15 and 4. 15 and 4, yeah.
Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. For whosoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Right, whatever thing were written aforetime, it was written for our learning. You understand? So we're going back now to Genesis. You could, all right, finish it off, finish it off. 15 and 4.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Exactly, so we'll have hope. Why? Because we know that the Most High is a just God. He is a just God. Right? He is a just God and he's going to avenge his people. All right? Now give me Genesis 47. Start at verse 13.
Genesis chapter 47 and verse 13.
This is when the humbling is going to come. But I said, look at the state of the economy right now. Right? If you know history, right, you would know what sound money is. Right? But you're going to see what happened to ancient Egypt. Right? Read on.
And there was no bread in all the land.
Right, because the Most High here is putting a famine on Egypt. Read on.
For the famine was very sore, so that the land of reason,
Egypt,
or for the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine.
Exactly. Read on. But right here, the Most High is putting a plague on ancient Egypt. Read on.
And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt.
Read on.
And in the land of Canaan, for the corn which they bought, and Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house.
Exactly. Now you're going to see, we're going to compare the two of what's going to take place here in Egypt and with America's economy. Read on. Because matter of fact, let me say this, get this point clear. Whenever I mention Egypt, Rome, Babylon, Sodom, those are all synonymous with America right now, right? Those were actual kingdoms who was ruling, right, in ancient times, but they got destroyed. But America right now encompasses all of what those kingdoms are about, all right? So America now is spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, it is Babylon the Great, right? It is the last leg of the Roman Empire, all right? Read what you got, verse 15. Yeah.
Genesis chapter 47 and verse 15. And when money fell in the land of Egypt.
Right, money fell in the land of Egypt. Read on.
And in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence, for the money failed.
Right, and money there, the word is kasef. Right, kasef. And it means like gold and silver. Right, it means like gold and silver, precious metals. All right, because what happened here, because of the famine, the people were turning over their precious metals, their gold and silver, right? They were turning over their precious metals, their gold and silver to Pharaoh. Why? So he could give them bread, give them food to eat. All right, and it says money failed, meaning people had no more money. They had no more money. All right, read on.
And Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fails.
Right, and Joseph said, give us your cattle, right, and I will give you bread if your money failed, meaning if your money is end, if you have no more, your money is gone. So now it's like a bartering, right? Give us the cattle, because they had no more precious metals. Only thing they had to barter with was their animals. All right, read on.
And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for the flock, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year.
Right, and I'm gonna say something right now, right? Because this American economy, right? America was on what's called the gold standard. I think it's in since 1870, America was on the gold standard, right? On the gold standard. In 1933, FDR took America off the gold standard, right? If you look at the dollar bill back then and the dollar bill now, you realize that there's some difference in it, right? You could take your dollar bill back then, bring it to the bank, and they'll give you your precious metal back. Try take this Federal Reserve note, go into a bank and ask for your precious metal. They'll chase you out the bank or they'll lock you up. Why? Because on your money now, your dollar bill, it says Federal Reserve Note, right? It says Federal Reserve Note. It's a debt note. Understand? So FDR took America off the gold standard, right? And what you did in that time, what happened, the people gave them the gold and they give them that fiat currency, right? The FRN, those debt notes, all right? That's what got exchanged back then. And the same thing is taking place now. If you see what's going on. Because before anything go down or war, right, they're trying to gather all the money. Matter of fact, I say to you like this. The modern day pharaohs are your international bankers, right? The modern day pharaohs are the international bankers, all right? And Egypt really right now is America. So America is Egypt, and the modern day pharaohs are the international bankers. Why? Because they're the ones who taking all your gold. They're taking all your gold. You ever wonder why you see all these cash for gold shops pop up? Right? Because when the housing bubble popped, right, everybody was out of job, and whatever precious metal they had at that point in time, understand, because of hard times, not working, you need food, but you had gold, right? You had whether a gold watch, gold necklace, bracelet, rings, whatever. You would change, you would bring that to one of these shops, the cash for gold, and you trade it in and you get them FRN notes. That's the way how they're taking the gold back from the people. They're taking your precious metals from you, and they did it. But they did it in a covert manner, right? They know they couldn't do it like they did back in the Great Depression, so now they did it in a covert manner. And you know what? It worked. It worked. So now they got all the gold, or the majority of the gold out the country, right? All the gold, they got all the gold and silver out the country. What they're going to do now? Collapse it. They're going to collapse it. Read what you got. I started on verse 18.
47 and 18?
Yep.
Genesis chapter 47 and 18. When that year was ended, they came unto him a second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also have our herds of cattle that is not out left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our lands. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolated.
Exactly, be not desolate, all right? Because what's going to happen there? Pharaoh took them bondage, right? The same thing going to happen. Why do you think they got all these concentration camps, right? They're going to take all of y'all, right? They're going to relocate all of y'all to a concentration camp. You better believe it. All of y'all are going to get relocated. Man, listen, ain't nothing new under the sun, right? Y'all are going to get relocated into a concentration camp. Number one, your economy have to collapse for the simple fact they're bringing in the new currency, which is going to be electronic, right? It's going to be that RFID chip, the mark of the beast, the microchip, all right? That's going to be the new currency. So right now, they're weaning you off cash, and I say this all the time, whenever you get paid direct deposit, right? You're not touching any money, you're not touching a check, it goes directly into your account, right? The bank gives you a debit or a credit card. When you go purchase anything, more than likely you swipe that card, right? Now the banks have a new card they're sending out to the people. That card have a chip in it. The card have a chip in it. Why? They're getting you ready for what's going to come down the pipeline when they say, listen, you need to put this card into your hand so you can't lose it. Nobody could steal your identity in the form of a chip, right? That's going to be implanted in your hand, all right? Now give me 2 Ezra the 16th chapter. 2 Ezra 16 and 18. Because I tell you this, right? You ever see the board game? I think it's called Jenga. They have a board game called Jenga, right? They have a board game called Jenga, and the premise of the game is to like pull out these blocks out of a tower of blocks, pull them out without making it fall. Guess what? The last block that's going to be pulled out here, right, is the financial block. The morality is gone already. Now when they kill this dollar, when the dollar is dead, what's going to take place? Give me 2 Ezra 16, 18.